I think we're live na. Kasi NBU is live now. Pero wala pa. Yeah. I'll, I'll see the page sa ano. Makita niyo? Okay, so live na tayo. So paano ba to? Ralph Lyco joined. So paano ba to? Paano ang hosting nito? Hi viewers. Hi viewers of NBU. It's pasensya na po kayo, parang 1 hour late na tayo. It's because of technical issues, hindi mag-connect yung Zoom sa Facebook. Pangalawa, ay nag-update ang kanilang process ng doing ng Facebook Live. So, kaya ganun. So, intayin muna natin sila Ralph and sila Shirley. Tingnan ko nga kung ano, NBU. Yep. Lima na. Lima na. Mm. All right. Sige. So, hello guys for the 21 viewers natin ngayon. Um, so, maybe I'm gonna introduce myself siguro, Ralph. Tama ba? Sige. So, my name is Jan and ano ba? I'm a financial person, not really an expert. I just share whatever it is that I'm doing in terms of my finances and share to the public. I'm also the founder of The Present, which is an online platform to share business, finance, and life related content, which is also a business consultancy firm. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. And on top of that, meron din kaming digital agency that is serving clients na iba-iba yung ano nila, iba-iba yung field, no? So nasa restaurant, meron din sila sa tourism spot, and we also have a client, you know, anywhere. So yun. And ang pag-usapan natin ngayon is really more about the finances, especially sa pandemic na nangyari ngayon sa coronavirus. A lot of us are struggling with our money management, which is normal, right? So, siguro ang i-share ko lang immediately ngayon is number one, if you're the type of person who's struggling with finances because wala na tayong income stream, it may be you're a businessman na ang nangyari sa'yo is you were forced to shut down your business kasi walang revenue na dumadating. And and you also have costs that you have to pay. Maybe yung landlord mo, you still have to pay for rent, sad to say. Maybe your car payment, you still have to pay for it. Maybe kailangan mo pa rin, hindi to maybe, kailangan talaga natin maghanap ng ways to pay the staff, our employees. So it's a difficult time for us. And for kung ikaw naman yung employee, then nawalan ka ng trabaho because you got laid off, and mahirap din talaga siya. So ganito, if to be direct to the point, if you did not prepare for this way back when this did not happen pa, kasalanan po natin yun. Kasi alam naman po natin na we cannot really say or we cannot really predict anong mangyari sa ating economy. Sometimes it's good for sa 2019 napakaganda yung takbo ng markets. A lot of businesses are opening, a lot of businesses yung stock price sa nila umakyat. And tapos biglaan lang sa 2020 because of coronavirus situation, boom, nagbaba lahat. businesses, employees nawala, institutions are shutting down, lockdown ng mga cities, so biglaan ng lahat. And this is a lesson for us na we really have to save up for the rainy days kasi nga hindi natin alam kung anong mangyayari. Okay? That's why we always say na we have to save up for the rainy days. All right? So ganito rin. Maybe you also are maybe meron ka mga investments sa stocks. Maybe you have a VUL. If you don't know what a VUL is, it's basically a combination of insurance, medical benefits, depende sa medical benefits kung kinuha mo to, part ba to ng policy mo, at the same time, investment. So, mababa yung performance niya ngayon because it's connected to the stock market. And kung meron ka ring mga mutual funds, definitely baba rin yung value ng fund value natin ngayon. So, if, and I'm hoping na hindi ka strapped on cash, like you're not really having a hard time in terms of finances, wag mong ibenta, wag mong i-liquidate ang mga investments mo doon. The reason is, if you're going to liquidate it, lugi ka talaga. Period. Bakit ka lugi? Because currently paper loss pa siya, need to say it can still bounce back. And we all know that the market will always bounce back from economic crisis like this. This is only temporary, hindi natin alam kung kailan to matatapos. But at the end of the day, we still know that after all these things, the market will still rebound from its current spot, but eventually mas aakyat pa yung performance niya. So, yeah, ganun lang naman talaga yung pagdating sa finance. Number one is wag mong i-liquidate yung mga assets mo. It may be real estate, it may be your stocks, your mutual funds, your VUL, wag muna. Unless if you really need cash, that's a different situation. Pangalawa, this is also the best time for us to store cash, no? Prepare our finances because this is the best time to invest. Weird, no? So crisis siya, pero bakit siya best time to invest? Kasi crisis siya, best time to invest. Hindi siya mag-match. Usually kasi when we hear like the market's going up, that's the time people want to invest in on the stock market sa kanyang-kanyang ways, mutual funds ba. But at the end of the day, maganda kasi mag-invest kasi parang for sale ang mga stocks ngayon. For sale ang mga market ngayon. Right? Kumbaga, sa grocery, pag once makita natin na 30% off, or let's say sa favorite store mo na shirt or mga Nike, nagsabi sila na 30% off, what will happen is ang mga tao magpunta doon and to buy a lot of items as much as possible kasi nga for sale, di ba? Try to imagine, let's say if from sapatos na 5,000 magiging 3,000 na lang siya. That's 2,000 pesos na off. So you will find ways to make it happen kahit na mag-utang ka. Sometimes people will borrow money for it, right? So it's the same thing with the stock market right now. It's currently down. That is why parang for sale siya for investors. This is the good time because you're going to get the companies na maganda at undervalued ang kanilang rate ngayon. Okay? So, yeah. I think that's the core. Unless I'm really I'll be waiting for your questions. Let's try our best to answer your questions. Magdepende kasi talaga kung anong dito. Kasi wala okay, meron na palang mga questions. Ganito, sige. Ralph, is it okay for me to answer directly sa comment section sa mga tanong or you have something that you want to do for All right, sige. So, hanap lang tayo dito. What are the tips that you can share? So, Shirley, what are the tips that you can share on how to bounce back after this COVID-19 for SMEs? So, SMEs is small to medium enterprises, perspective, and employees' perspective. Okay, unahin muna natin yung SMEs. Okay, ganito yan. Since we are also, this is the good thing about being exposed to different industries. Kasi nga, we also have engagements with them because of the present and the other business that we have, which is nasa digital marketing space. So because of COVID, what happened was it forced them to think outside of the box, or it forced them to think yung mga bagay na ayaw nilang pag-isipan. For example, some businesses right now are transitioning from traditional to digital. Hindi naman talaga siya transition fully, but they are expanding their means. Okay? Kumbaga, kung meron silang store before na brick and mortar, like makita mo talaga sa mall, or they have a specific stall talaga sa isang place, they are also marketing right now online. Okay? So that's one, because they need to expand, they still need to have revenue for their business to survive para meron silang ikabayad sa kanilang mga bills. Because business, meron siyang revenue, meron siyang operational expenses that we have to pay for. Ganon. Ang nangyayari rin kasi, for example, for mga restaurants, before, some of them, hindi sila open sa idea na mag-deliver. Right? Kahit na meron ng Food Panda, kahit na meron ng Rider Dash, meron ng Grab Food, DabX dito sa Davao, hindi pa rin sila open sa idea na mag pa-deliver before, because iba kasi yung experience na gusto nila mangyari. Like, they want people to dine in, to experience the place as well. And iba rin daw yung lasa ng food if it's going to be dine-in, kasi bagong luto, serve ka agad, ganun. Unless kung delivery, pagdating naman sa bahay mo, hindi na siya ganun kainit, hindi na siya ganun kasarap, hindi siya ganun ka-juicy, merong ganung factors, right? And so what happens right now is, since SMEs na mga negosyante, na mga business owners, they are forced to think outside of the box. The moment na mag-bounce back na tayo from the coronavirus situation, ibig sabihin, like, we'll be back to normal, wala na tong mga lockdown, wala na tong mga wala na tong mga tawag ito, mga virus na to, no? Then people, yung consumer, like us, ako personally, gusto na natin magbalik sa market. We want to go out, we want to hang out with our friends, we want to eat at restaurants right now, kasi alam na natin na maganda na yung, hindi na tayo fearful. When people act on fear, their intelligence level is very down. Diba? Ganun naman talaga. Kaya yun nga lang, yung emotion kasi natin is very powerful. Kaya malaking impact siya in terms of business. So even if nag-sanitize tayo ng place natin, 'di ba? People still will not go there because of fear. Okay? So yun yung isa. So technically, kung nasa traditional business ka, maximize marketing your business online. Start putting out content, build content, no? It may be something na hindi pa masyadong maganda, hindi pa siya masyadong curated, but at the end of the day, at least you're putting out content and improve along the way. Ganun naman talaga pagdating sa content marketing. Just put it out, then improve along the way. No? So that's one. Number two is, this is also the best time for us to have interactions with our staff, no? So na-mention ko kasi kanina Ralph na during business hours, ang nangyayari kasi is hindi masyado tayo maka-focus ng interaction with our employees. Kasi nga, we have results that we have to achieve. So parang meeting tayo ngayon, ito yung agenda natin, ito yung pag-usapan natin, then bam, 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 tapos. We don't even ask how they are. We don't even ask kamusta sila sa kanilang family. We don't even ask personal questions because we have a lot of business to attend to. But now, since meron na tayong ganito na COVID situation, and some businesses are operating sa skeletal, no? The previous company that I was working for, which is owned by my uncle, no? I also had interaction with him. Sabi niya na they are operating skeletal kasi ang business kasi is nasa importation and trading business. Pagkatapos yung customers ay nasa farm. So kung hindi sila mag-deliver ng feed ingredients sa mga farms, hindi rin mabubuhay yung mga farms, mawawalan ng chicken, mawawalan ng baboy, then madamay tayong lahat. So they are operating skeletally, and some of them, yung mga hindi kailangan na sa office, they are also working from home. All right? And some companies, what they are doing is they are doing Zoom calls or live calls with their staff. And this time, since they have more time, wala masyadong pressure from the customers kasi yun nga, maraming mga businesses na nag-close down muna ngayon because of the coronavirus situation. Ang nangyari is they have more intimate connection and interaction with their staff. So what I'm saying is, based on those stories, this is the best time for us to have interactions with them, right? So kung sa normal na business hours, sila yung almost all of the time sila yung nakikinig sa atin. Tayo naman ngayon ang makinig sa kanila. Kamusta sila? How are they with their family? How is this impacting them financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever. So just have a good interaction with your staff. All right? So yun yung isa. Pangatlo, this is also the best time to get leads. So paano tayo magkuha ng leads? So usually sa leads kasi it's just getting the information, which is first name, last name, kung email address, kung comfortable sila magbigay ng phone numbers nila, maganda rin. And how we do that is we build valuable content. We share it. If you have money to do Facebook ads, i-boost mo yung post mo, then mas maganda. And we listen to them. Let's listen to our customers as well. So kung nakinig tayo sa ating employees, kailangan din natin engage ang ating market, right? And the challenge that we have right now in terms of publicizing content or mag-publish ng content is ang attention. We are fighting for attention. Kasi nga, almost lahat tayo ay nasa Facebook na, and we are fighting for different attention. So even mga churches, nag-live na sila, maraming mga webinars na nangyayari all over the world. And so kailangan natin magdepende na lang sa mga tao kung kanino sila gusto mag-join. All right? So, 3 things. Number 1 is this is the best time for us to think outside of the box. So, yun yung sa SME na side. Tapos, pangalawa is this is the best time to interact with employees or with your partners in general. Kung wala kang employee, maybe you have a lot of partners with your bookkeeper, with your lawyer. This is the best time for you to have interactions with them, get to know them a little better, and engage with your customers as well through building content. So yun sa SMEs. Sa employees naman na perspective, it's paano ba? What are the tips that you can share on how to bounce back after? Okay, kung employee ka kasi medyo challenging because you are at the mercy of your employer. Okay? But you can maximize this time. So ito yung nakikita natin sa Facebook. Halos lahat ng mga tao ay nagte-TikTok, which is good kasi meron silang content creation side. Pero meron ding ibang tao na walang ginagawa sa kanilang buhay. Like they just stay at home and not be productive. So if you're an employee, we have to find ways to increase our value in general. It may be increasing your learnings. This is the best time for you to do the things that you have always wanted to do. Kasi meron ka ng time. Ang rason ng to kasagaran is wala tayong time. But now, meron na tayong time, so bakit hindi natin siya gamitin? Di ba? So sometimes we make excuses for things that are not really an excuse. And now, we have the luxury, which is the best asset of all, which is time, which is why we have to maximize it. So kung empleyado ka, tapos natanggalan ka muna ng trabaho, ang pwede mong gawin is to maximize YouTube, Google, and any information things out there na for free and make it worth your while sa yourself. Kumbaga, add value to yourself. Okay? So surely, medyo mataas yung answer ko, no? Pasensya na. Yun lang kasi ang mga naisip ko bigla. So yun, that's the answer to that. And let's proceed. Watching from Turkey. Wow. Watching from Hong Kong. After virus, what do you think is the best business? Wow. After virus, what do you think is the best business? Actually, ang magandang business ngayon is nasa pharmacy, nasa grocery, nasa courier. Ngayon yun. Pero after naman, most probably tourism. Most probably. Kasi nga, we have, dito sa Davao, for me, I haven't been going out for 2 weeks. No? So before pag i-announce yung lockdown, I was already participating kasi yun nga, I know that the virus will not survive kung wala siyang host. So kung lahat ng tao ay mag-participate, mas madali matapos yung problem. But yun nga lang, hindi naman lahat ng tao ay nagpa-participate, so challenge rin yun siya. So tourism is definitely good. Ngayon challenging siya kasi walang flights. And kahit na mura yung tickets, walang flights. Di ba? And then some of the tourism spots, ginawa siyang quarantine spot. So parang challenge yun siya. So tourism is one. Pangalawa, I think haircut or parlor. So Ralph, I think this is going to spike your macho mucho as well. Kasi nga, wala eh. Hindi tayo makapagpagupit ng ating mga hair. Ito, medyo mataas na nga itong aking hair. And then my wife just trimmed this dito sa tabi. Lang. Hindi ako comfortable pero wala akong magawa. Kasi walang close ang mga barbershop. Di ba? Barbershop or mga parlor. And ano pa ba? Restaurants, most probably. Uh, kasi nasanay na tayo sa mga food natin dito sa bahay. So gusto natin mag-meet with other people na naman. Like physical interaction na talaga. Kung from live calls, magiging physical interaction talaga. So we're going to meet with them. So expect din na mag-spike rin yung mga ganun. So feeling ko lang yun, maybe in mga pedicure, manicure, most probably is going to help as well. Malls, aakyat rin yan, yung traffic nun. Kasi, yun nga, ayaw na natin sa bahay. So, e-commerce. So, the e-commerce people right now, definitely, I think it's going to help you as well. And I had an interaction with Marco T. If you're watching this, thank you. So, sila Wensley, medyo challenging talaga ngayon kasi nga of the coronavirus situation, but I think sabi rin nila if everything goes well rin pag once mag-bounce back na siya, automatic rin sila mag-bounce back rin sila. So yun, thank you Renan. Next is Charmaine. Mababa ang presyo kaya masarap bumili at kapag maganda na ang market ulit at tumataas din yung investment mo. True. So this applies, yung sabi ni Charmaine, so this applies to, again, VUL, so insurance sa product. It may be sa mutual funds provided by like mga brokerage firms or even banks, UITF, Unit Investment Trust Fund, which is offered by the banks. Ang kaibahan ng UITF at saka mutual fund, just for everybody's information, is mutual fund is regulated by SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, while ang UITF is ano siya sa BSP, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Which is why ang offer ng UITF is ang banks, while ang offer ng mutual funds is yung mga brokerage firms, like stock brokerage firms, like First Metro Securities, Call Financial, BDO Udura, if I'm not mistaken. So yun. So true na the market right now, the stock market is on sale, no? And we can avail of it both national markets and international markets. For international markets, I personally use eToro. Personally ko lang yun na ginagamit as a client. And yeah. So far ngayon, pula. Pula pa yung nakikita ko sa aking ano. But it's okay. I understand na in the future, for the long term, it's going to be green. Alright? So, ganon. Yeah. Hello, Governor. Shout out to you. Sige, tuloy tayo. Conrado del Rosario, what company's share of stock you would suggest to buy at this time? I'm thinking of buying Apple kasi yung all-time high na so far is around $330 and currently meron siyang $245. By the way, I'm just sharing this as my perspective, ha? Like, I'm not saying na ito yung bilhin mo. Okay? So, this is just my own perspective towards the situation. So, Apple is one of them. Pepsi, international market muna tayo. So, Pepsi is also good kasi besides the fact that they are producing drinks, they are also producing like mga food. As you can see, like Doritos, part of ano man yan siya ng Pepsi. So technically, they are also doing well. Maganda rin yung dividends ng Pepsi. And for me, Apple is good because it is actually the leading technology firm, no? So sila talaga ang nag-innovate for what comes sa ating technology. So, top two ko yun sa international market, Pepsi and Apple. That's my perspective. Starbucks is also good. Medyo underpriced siya ngayon. Nasa mga $48 from 55. Pag nasa national markets naman, I would say Jollibee. Try to imagine yung Jollibee, I think just a week ago, 200 plus siya way back. 200 plus, 200 plus. And then nagiging around 90 siya. So parang, di ba? So for sale then on Jollibee. And ano pa ba? For me, Jollibee is good. The banks are technically medyo hindi masyado siya volatile ngayon because they're still operating ngayon eh. And people need money. So they still need to transact, and even some businesses na online, they are still doing it through a bank. So yeah. So personal ko lang yun, Conrado, no? So I'm not saying na again, yun maganda, but that's my own take on it. Sige. So, How to Stretch Current Cash or How to Generate More Cash Flow by Ralph Layco. Okay. How to stretch current cash. Since nandito tayo sa bahay, most probably ang nangyari. So ganito yan. Let's talk about wealth first. So ang wealth kasi is a measurement of time, while rich measures the amount of money. So for example, kung meron tayong 500,000 pesos in a year, that's what we were earning. And then our expenses also in a year is also 500,000 pesos. Then that means kung wala ka ng income na matatanggap, you can only live for 1 year. Because 500,000 for 1 year, yung income mo, 500,000 din yung expenses mo in 1 year. So that means 1 year ka lang talaga mabuhay. On the next year, you have to earn money for you to survive. So, what if 500,000 yung income mo for the year, tapos 100,000 pesos lang yung expenses mo in a year? For example lang. Because you really know how to budget your money, you really know how to manage your money. So, 500,000 divided by 100,000, you can live for 5 years. Ganun yun siya. Okay, that measures the amount of wealth. Okay? So, the reason why I'm sharing this is because kailangan, in order for us to stretch our current cash, we have to do both. Ano yun? Increase our income and reduce our expenses. So, increase our income, reduce our expenses. Sa ngayon, medyo mahirap to increase our income. Why? Because livelihood ngayon, baba. Yun nga, kasi layoff, businesses are shutting down, so medyo challenging. We should have been doing this when the market is either good or bad. So yung for the past, try to imagine the last recession natin 2008. That was currently it's 2008. That was currently it's 2020. We have been given 12 years to find ways to increase our income. Pero yun nga lang, hindi naman lahat ginagawa yung paraan or gumagawa ng paraan to increase their income. Diba? So, ang nangyari for the past 12 years, hindi tumaas yung income, tumaas pa yung utang, most probably. So, yun. So, that's one. So, reduce our expenses. Kung ano man yung mga let's say, kung dati mahilig ka mag-Starbucks, order ka na lang ng kopi ko. Muna, at least from 145 pesos. Gawin mo na lang kopi ko. Na tag 5 pesos lang, ganyan. So kung dati mahilig ka mag-restaurant, sige ka mag-take out. Tapos meron ka ring mga deliveries, no? Then i-reduce mo na lang rin 'yun. Magluto ka na lang sa bahay. Expect that or your electricity bill is going to go up, most probably kasi nag-aircon ka, no? Tapos your water bill is going to go down kasi hindi ka na naliligo. Pero sige ka lang hugas siguro ng plato. Ganyan. So technically, you have to reduce your expenses. Yun yung practical way na lang talaga na makita ko ngayon, just to reduce our expenses for us to live, to survive this pandemic. Kung wala ka ng income na flowing in. Okay. So kung may utang tayo, no? And then we have to pay for it. The very first thing na kailangan natin gawin is for us to renegotiate with them, right? Kasi yun nga, hindi naman natin alam na mangyayari ito. So, kausapin yung person na yun, them for for a term or extension, and which is why it's good for our banks right now na sila na mismo ang nag-proactive. Actually, they're giving like 30 days, 'di ba, sa mga mortgage natin. Yun nga lang, ang tanong ngayon is what if yung pandemic is maglast more than 30 days? Okay? Tapos yung extension lang is 30 days. Then let's just see ano yung mangyayari after that kasi April 14 pa naman din natin malaman kung ano bang situation talaga ng coronavirus. So, yun. So, the very first thing is to negotiate. Now, ganito, the challenge with negotiation, regardless if it's business or in finance talaga natin, like kailangan natin magbayad ng utang, is we are at the mercy of the person that we're talking to kasi tayo yung may responsibility to pay to them. So, kung ayaw nila na mag-extend, no? Ang pwede mo namang gawin is to negotiate na walang interest. Bahala na mag-delay ka sa payment, but you can ask them to like somehow extend. Kung hindi sila ma-extend, bahala na hindi sila ma-extend. Bahala na ma-overdue ka basta wala ka lang interest. Kasi yun nga, hopefully maging compassionate yung ka-deal mo. And yun. What if mag-insist sila na kailangan may interest? Wala tayong choice. So, the moment na, if you can still pay for it, pay for it. Kahit na meron kang extension, pay for it still. Pero kung may interest, tapos hindi mo kaya talaga ibayaran yun, what you can do is, the moment na meron ka ng mga source of income, just pay for it dahan-dahan sa person na yun. So, mahirap siya na situation, I know. And, for example, sa current situation namin sa car, our car is not yet fully paid. It's being paid monthly sa bank. Kasi, yun nga. But the good thing is, meron pa siyang 30-day na extension. Pero pagkatapos ng 30 days, kung they are forced to like, magsingil na din sila, wala sila pakialam sa mga tao, then wala may mabuhat. We have to pay for it. So, yun. Yun siya, Ral. So, it's difficult, but hindi kasi siya something na control natin eh. So the best thing is for us to try to negotiate lang with the person na may utang tayo. Okay, sa 155 viewers, hello. Thank you for joining us sa Facebook Live, no. 162 na, wow, umakyat. Okay, parang ang dami ngayon ah. Maganda pala mag-live ng lunchtime, akala ko ano. Anyway, so thank you for joining. Please comment your questions sa comment section, no? Para makita natin. So Ralph, am I doing okay ba? 25 minutes. Okay, how to generate more cash flow sa ngayon? Kung wala kang online business, challenging siya eh. What you can do is to try to put out content lang talaga. And kung nasa restaurant business ka, open your doors to deliveries and takeouts. No dine-ins kasi yun nga, baka maka-cause tayo ng infection. Pero yun. Pangalawa is we can also do like virtual assistant, no? So na-mention ko na to sa mga videos ko, like you can do online jobs, you can search for Upwork sa ano mo lang sa computer mo, search for upwork.com, tapos you can try to apply for virtual assistant jobs, no? So technically, for those people na hindi alam ano yung virtual assistant, is technically doing a task through your computer for a client. It may be national or international, and they're going to pay you for it. So usually PayPal, yeah. So usually kailangan mo lang ng PayPal or your bank mismo. So that's virtual assistant. Hello, Go Negosyo. Wow, ang dami natin, no? So Go Negosyo, what you're doing is also, just want to take this time na what you're doing is also good. You're trying to help people out in terms of building their business, and yeah, so keep it up, no, sa Go Negosyo. Sige. Um, kay Shirley naman, what tips can you give us on how we can spend our money after this crisis? Okay, ganito po. Kung since natuto na tayo sa crisis, alam naman natin na this is a good time for us to realize that we really have to save up for the rainy days. That also means that we should prioritize buying the things that we need rather the things that we want. So actually, sige, I actually shared this before, and I'm also conducting, parang shooting a digital course for it, but I'm gonna share it to you guys right now. There are four things that kailangan natin. This is what I call the purchasing filter that I personally use before I purchase anything. All right, so I'm gonna share it to you para lesson learn natin to na after the crisis, hindi ibig sabihin na meron na tayong income, magpataka na lang, ano na lang tayo, gastos lang tayo ng gastos. Okay? So four things. Number one is the purpose. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mo ba tong item na to or gusto mo ba tong item na to? What's the reason why you're purchasing this item? Right? Sometimes what happens is we justify that we need the item, but we really don't need the item. Right? So that's number one, purpose. Number two is design. Ibig sabihin ng design is gusto mo ba yung itsura niya? For example, when you go to the grocery store, even if you're thinking about buying a banana or buying fruits or buying like groceries, you still look for the box. Tinatingnan mo pa rin kung maganda ba ang kung maganda ba yung quality ng saging, di ba? So you look at it. So that's the design part. And number three is quality, no? So how long ba siya? Personal experience ko, this is how I use it. I recently bought, like in 2014, I bought a pair of shoes. From 2,800, nag-sale sila ng 1,800 pesos. So technically, parang nakasave ako ng 1,000 pesos. And the reason why I did that, kasi yung purpose ko nun is I'm going to use it for CrossFit because nag-CrossFit ako for 6 months. And I'm going to use that pair of shoes. Okay? So tinanong ko yung person, yung dicer, na if I'm going to use this every day, how long will this take or how long will this shoe survive? And then he said that if I'm going to use this every day, then 3 years siya yung quality niya. So I mean, I'm not going to use it every day, right? But at least I know that this pair of shoes can last for 3 years if I'm going to use it every day. So yung quality niya maganda for me, all right? So it's the same thing when buying like sometimes when we buy things, ang nangyayari is we just look for kailangan natin maganda yung itsura, bahala na mura pero si kadaot ba? Si, you know, palaging nasisira. And the last one is affordability. Kaya mo ba? If you cannot pay for it, do not buy it. That's it. Period. Okay? So, sandali na po. Okay, so, yon. So, sa finance, affordability, dalawa yan. Meron tayong lump sum, meron tayong cash flow. So, for example, lump sum. Let's say you need a car for your business kasi nga, kailangan mo to transport. Pangalawa is yung nagustuhan mo yung design, alam mo naman ng quality, more or less 3 to 5 years, maganda na ang condition ng car mo. But, you don't have 1.5 million pesos na pwede mo siyang bayaran kaagad yung car. For example. So, that's lump sum. Kung wala kang 1.5 million, that's the time you're going to ask for bank, for the help of the bank, or in-house na mga mga loans. Okay? So that's the cash flow part. So yung cash flow naman is kaya mo ba siyang bayaran on a monthly basis na hindi ka mahirapan. Alright? So four things. Tips to, after our crisis, let us spend our money well, which is purpose, design, quality, and affordability. Kung isa dito, hindi siya check for you, do not buy the item. If everything is good, then you can buy the item. Ganun na. So Shirley, an answer ba ang tanong? Alright. Very clear. Okay. Sige. Madami parang pang Hong Kong dito and mga different places. Alright, so ano pa ba? From Tracy Marcelino, Verayo Car Accessories po, kaya? Kaya naman. What do you mean by this? Like, you mean like business na car accessories? I think so. Yeah. Limit. Marami ka lang talagang competition. That's one. And magdepende na lang rin yan sa market mo. You have to niche down your car accessories kung kanino ka ba talaga, sino ba talaga yung target market mo doon. Rama Rink. I suggest to invest in more disruptive companies like FB. True, totoo. Facebook is a good buy. And also, most importantly, Tesla and other disruption companies like Tesla. Okay, sa Tesla, maganda siya na investment. Yung stock price niya, bigla rin siya mag-up, bigla rin siya mag-down. And why is that? Because they're trying to disrupt. And when we try to disrupt the industry, what usually happens is we're going to get a lot of critics. No? So, sa market condition kasi, meron tayong fundamental analysis, meron tayong technical analysis, and meron tayong, ito, bago ko lang rin ito natutunan, sentimental analysis. So, fundamental analysis is really more about ano ba talaga nangyari sa company as a whole. Like, sino ba yung mga may-ari? Ano ba yung kanilang leadership style? Ano ba yung kanilang business? No? Ano yung kanilang business model? Ganon. That's the fundamentals, even the news. Yung technical naman, you see the charts. Yung mga graph na makita nyo. Right? Meron tayong bullish, meron tayong mga bearish, mga candlesticks. Meron tayong sentimental. Sentimental is ito naman yung ano, like what do people think about a certain company. That is why mapansin natin when Donald Trump tweets about anything, no? Mag-tweet lang siya. And then when people see it and then they're going to retweet tapos share it all over the place, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and things like that. If it's going to be a good tweet, then the market is going to go up for that specific company na gi-tweet niya about. If it's going to be a bad tweet, then it's going to affect the market as well. So it's the same thing with Tesla. Parang sa sobra niya kasing innovative and disruptive, yung spike ng presyo niya, it can be from $100 tapos bigla lang siyang $400 kaagad. Diba? So kung swerte ka, ibenta mo, meron ka $300 na profit. So that's my take on it. Tesla is good. Actually, Elon Musk is really doing well naman talaga. In terms of market condition, at least we understand that those are the things na kailangan natin consider. Yeah, sige. Continue tayo. Can you give 3 practical financial tips given the current economic crisis? Okay. So from Shirley again. So number 1, reduce your expenses. Definitely find ways to reduce your expenses. Number 2, find ways to increase your income. So kung nasanay tayo na wala tayong ginagawa, let us learn first and we can maximize being a virtual assistant as of now. So yun talaga, or like even study for the business. If you plan to start an online business, this is the time for you to study and play around with the business. You can also be a content creator, right? This is one of the things that we're doing. We are earning from Facebook advertising, and that's one of the revenue streams na meron kami. So that's number 2. Number 3 is store cash. So this is the last one, store cash. If you have extra money, again, the word is extra, then this is the best time to invest in the markets as well. But remember this, only invest the money that you can afford to lose. Ibig sabihin, kung malugi po tayo, hindi tayo mag-commit og suicide. All right? And one of the major mistakes that people are thinking about, and I know this kasi meron kaming mga messages matanggap, is that, Sir John, meron akong 100,000 pesos in the bank. That's my life savings. And you mentioned that this is the best time to invest in the markets. Is it a good idea for me to put literally all my 100,000 pesos in the stock market or in the real estate because alam kong aakyat siya? For me, the answer to that is no. It is never a good idea to put all your life savings there. Why? Because number 1, market conditions are very volatile. Hindi natin alam anong mangyayari sa market, right? It may go up, it may go down. And number two, we need cash to survive. Okay? Kaya nga tayo, like, when we buy things, we need cash. So kung nilagay mo lahat sa market, tapos kailangan mo ng cash, paano mo bibilhin yun? Kailangan mo pa yun i-liquidate, di ba? So kung baba yung market, tapos i-liquidate mo, lugi ka na. Alright? So, yun. So again, increase your income, reduce your expenses, and then store cash, prepare so that you can invest. So that's 3. UITF RET Fund, what do you think of it? First time ko rin narinig. It's a new player based in UITF. Okay, UITF again is Unit Investment Trust Fund. This is a question from John Alfred. Si Babu. I know you. And then REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust Fund. So, yung ibig sabihin ng REIT. So, technically, kung meron tayong tinatawag na mutual fund, so mutual fund is like a portfolio, nandun yun ng mga stock market, right? And specific, for example, sa isang portfolio, nandito ang Ayala, nandito ang SM, for example, lang to Jollibee. So, when you invest in that specific mutual fund, you are diversified to those companies. So, yung 1,000 pesos mo, for example, pwede 500 papunta sa SM, 200 papunta sa Ayala, 300 papunta dito, ganyan. That's a mutual fund. Sa UITF naman, it's the same thing. Yun nga lang offered by the banks. Etong Real Estate Investment Trust Fund, this is actually quite new. Also, totoo, this is quite new, especially in the Philippine markets. Technically, nilalagay yung pera sa real estate investment. So, mga developers, mga lands, mga subdivisions, mga commercial buildings, technically, ito mga conglomerates like mga Ayala, part sila doon. No? So, is it a good investment? Yes. Also, I mean, at the end of the day, naman talaga, marami kasi tayong investment vehicles. No? You can invest in a business, stock market, mutual fund, forex, real estate, time deposit, kung gusto mo talaga ng conservative, even a savings account, meron kang less than 1% interest, lugi ka talaga actually if you're going to put it in the savings account. So maganda naman talagang investment. We just have to choose what investment is good for you, right? For me, stock market is good, but I don't really put a lot there, I put more sa business, right? Kasi yun yung for me, yun yung mas bagay sa akin. But for a guy like, for example, Marvin Germo, mas bagay sa kanya sa stocks. For Robbie Samson, mas bagay sa kanya sa stocks. So you have to know yourself first, no? And the best way for you to know yourself first is for you to try it out. Diba? So try mo muna, invest ka dito, it feels okay, and then you start to peak interest, and then you're gonna say, okay, I want to do this even further. Yan. You cannot really say that you want to try something out, that you're interested in something kung hindi mo pa siya na try. So we have to try things out. Okay? So, yun. Simple living is a good way to build wealth. True. That's true. Nelly, yun nga lang, it will top over the next bill. I think you're referring to the extensions. Shandy Ong. Hello, Shandy. Musta dyan san parts? Cherry, what to do with credit card companies asking you to pay in the midst of this crisis? Ito po, kailangan po natin talaga silang bayaran. And kasi ganito yan. Ito yung logic ko. So, let's say nag-bill yung credit card company sa'yo. Okay? So, what usually happens is when you use your credit card, you have 1 month na breathing room. Gagamitin mo muna siya ngayon, but you're just going to pay for it on the next month. That's usually the billing cycle, the billing period, okay? So, ang mangyari is, you already have 1 month to prepare for the payment. And in fact, ganito rin ang thinking ko. Usually kasi sa atin, we use credit card because hindi natin ma-afford yung bagay. Mali po yun. For me. Dapat gagamitin natin yung credit card kasi meron tayong benefit or privilege na matanggap using the credit card. For example, merong mga bonus. Like if you're going to spend 3,000 pesos, you're going to get 100 GC sa Red Ribbon. Yung mga ganyan. Yan yung mga offers ng BDO. That's a benefit. Number 2 naman is kung strap ka konti in terms of cash flow ngayon, pwede mo yun gagamitin kasi alam mo 2 days, 5 days, or 7 days from now, meron ka matanggap na pera para pangbayad mo doon sa credit card the moment the bill arrives. Number three is meron kang mga mileage. If you're using, let's say, if you want to travel, technically, instead of using cash, you're using card para meron kang additional na benefit or privilege na matanggap. But at the end of the day, you think of it as if it is cash. Okay? So kung wala kang pera pangbayad doon, wag mong gamitin. Kung alam mo na kaya mo siya, then use it para meron kang points, meron kang benefit, meron kang mga ganung bagay, then bayaran mo lang siya on the day na may billing period ka na. Okay? So, when credit card companies are still asking for payment, wala po tayong choice noon because it is our responsibility to pay them. Alright? And kaya yun. So, actually, kung sometimes kasi we have this mindset na, hala, kawawa masyado ako kasi meron akong utang. Tapos, wala akong income dahil dito sa coronavirus. It's the same situation for everyone sa mundo, even the banks, right? So we still have to, you know, we still have to keep the dice rolling. Tama ba aking term? So, Cherry, wala po tayong choice. Kailangan po natin bayaran yun. Renan, second, yeah, sige. Okay. Renan, second question, sir. I am in customized worship tees. This January lang po ako nag-start. Any advice to keep it growing? I have FB page naman. Okay. Since you're selling t-shirts, I'm also selling t-shirts actually, and through our page. Yun nga lang, ang kaibahan lang siguro is that sa amin, people buy it because they want to be associated with the brand, which is the present. And sa iyo naman is, instead of looking at it in a short-term basis, think of it na you have to build your brand first, which is putting out good content talaga. So, ibig sabihin, huwag ka maglagay ng, ito yung t-shirt from 500 pesos maging 399 pesos na lang. If you keep on selling in your Facebook page, no one wants to be associated with your brand because people don't want to be sold to. No, they want to be associated with something that's aligned with their values, with their cause. So even if you have a t-shirt company and meron kang FB page, that's the result of what you're trying to do. All right? So ibig sabihin, bakit ba nag-exist yung business? What's the reason why kung ito yung business mo? And then you're just going to use the t-shirt as the result of your purpose. For example, sa amin, to inspire people to live a meaningful life, that's the purpose statement of the present. And how we are doing our best to show that to the market is providing value through business, finance, and life-related content. That is why when people listen to us, it's just parang for me, if they see the value of it, good. If they don't see the value of it, good. At the end of the day, the purpose is still there, right? So yung FB page mo, maximize it in building a brand instead of selling all the time. So branding and marketing, focus natin doon. In the short term, it's going to be difficult, but in the long term, it's going to be valuable. Ganun po yun. All right? So Ralph, I'm going to answer last one question, I think. Tama ba? All right. Got it, Ralph. Sige. So Sophie, this is going to be the last question, guys. Thank you so much for the very engaging content, no? Ito yung mas pabor sa atin eh, na engage talaga. So, is it likely to have a recession after the crisis? Actually, ganito po. Based sa nangyayari ngayon, it is actually becoming a recession, right? And makita naman natin sa news yon. So, hindi pa naman talaga siya officially declared, but somehow we are going at that direction. Okay? And if so, yes, how will the tech companies in the Philippines react in terms of job and finances? So, so just like what happened in 2008, just like what happened in 1929 and in the 2001, no, mga 1990s, the moment may recession talaga, hindi talaga natin maiwasan na layoffs will happen. No, sad to say, but that's the truth. And it makes sense. It's practical also for the business to do it. As much as they want to, to take care of the employees, but sometimes it's just not practical, di ba? Kasi yun nga, may cost rin tayo na kailangan natin i-incur. Hindi kasi, sometimes we have this thinking that when a business is successful, they are rich, they have a lot of money, but they also have a lot of expenses to pay. Okay? So there is a chance na mawalan po tayo ng trabaho. Like tech companies, in the Philippines, most probably, yun nga, mawalan ng trabaho. Some accounts will be shut down sa BPO. No? This is not to scare people off. Like this is just something na parang realistic talaga na approach. So, ganun po. And for me, personal perspective ko lang is this is going to be a hard year for us to bounce back. Kasi this is the first time na nagkaroon tayo ng recession financially sa financial markets, sa economy natin. At the same time, it's also a matter of life and death. So going back, tingnan natin. Sa Great Depression, sa 2008, sa 1990s na mga crisis, all of these things are only connected to job losses, no? And financial markets. Baba ang finances ng stock market in general, no? And all of the businesses, kaya siya nagkaroon ng mga unemployment rate because of these things. Ngayon, iba. Nawalan tayo ng business, baba yung markets ngayon. At the same time, it is affecting our health. Ibig sabihin, pwede talaga tayong mamatay, hindi dahil sa gutom, hindi dahil sa sakit. Okay? So, personally, parang it's going to be a hard year for us. It's going to be a hard, rough start ng decade, no? Kaya yun talaga. So kaya rin natin mapansin na usually ang mga crisis, it starts kung malapit na matapos ang decade or kaka-start pa lang ng decade. Like 1929, 1990s, 2008, and 2020. So mapansin nyo, malapit na matapos yung decade or kaka-start pa lang ng decade, that's how it usually happens. So yeah. So guys, I think hindi ko na talaga ma-answer. It's been an hour already, 57 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. So thank you so much again for joining us. If you want to follow us, the present, no, you can search us. We are active on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We are also expanding our reach sa LinkedIn and Twitter. But kung gusto niyo talaga ng talaga, Facebook yung super active namin. So just search the present. You're going to find a logo na with a circle, tapos may word na the present talaga. And if you're going to search through the feed, you're going to see my face like almost all the time. So we are dominant sa videos and we talk about business, finance, and life-related matters. And I had the opportunity to meet Ralph during the New Bold University last January 27 to February 1. And that's the reason why nandito po tayo ngayon. So thank you, Ralph and Shirley, for hosting this. Kaya medyo technical problem lang talaga. Dapat they are really hosting this. Kaya they are hosting it from the back. We're doing the Zoom at the same time, the Facebook Live. And New Bold University, thank you also for giving us the opportunity to share our... Ito, sabi ni Ralph, expert daw. Pero I personally, hindi talaga, I don't consider myself as an expert. I just share the things that I'm personally doing. And yeah. So, cool. So thank you very much, guys. If you have any more questions, you can just go to Ralph, maybe, or you can just follow us through the present. So, appreciate your time and your engagement with us. Bye-bye.